Hello everyone. We are getting ready to start our SEO Tip Tuesday live Q&A, and I'm just signing on to all the channels here. Go live here, and just want to make sure invited everyone here. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've done this before. I want to start with a song. The song I selected is the first track off of my first full-length CD. It's called Finally, which you can purchase on Bandcamp, ladyz.bandcamp.com. And the name of the song is Welcome. You are truly welcome here for the Q&A. And I'm going to play this selection for you guys, and then I'm going to start answering all your questions. So here we go. Well, welcome, everybody. That was a selection from Finally, my first full-length CD. I put this out eons ago. It's called Finally. The song is Welcome. The album is called Finally. You can get it on bandcamp.com, but today is SEO Tip Tuesday, and I'm so happy that you're here with me. I see Cody has dropped in. Let me take a look at the comments here. And yeah, okay. Hey Jennifer, hey Janella, hey Cody, hello everyone. So today's the format of today's Facebook Live and telephone call is for you to ask your questions that you have about SEO, digital marketing, social media marketing. When I started out my career in digital marketing, I went to college. I graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and then I found my way to an agency, digital marketing agency. We built websites and did SEO for companies, and I built the company. I was one of the first employees in the division, and I built the agency from no recurring revenue to $500,000 a year in recurring revenue. But I had a struggle. I had a secret. I didn't really share this with anyone until recently. I was on food stamps. My compensation was so low at the time, in the midst of all of the success, that I had to get on food stamps just to make ends meet. So I went to my boss on the boss and owner of the company on multiple occasions and asked for a raise, 3 times to be exact, and was refused. And so because I wasn't being seen, heard, and valued, I ended up leaving and starting what you see here today as the SEO Queen, which was incorporated in January this year. Throughout the course of my career, even up to this point, I've helped over 200 businesses get onto Google page 1 and get to the top of their niche and get their share of what is now the 1.2 trillion number of searches that happen just on Google alone. That's just Google alone. That doesn't include traffic from referrals, which are backlinks. It does not include traffic that's generated from social media. This 1.2 trillion number is just for Google. It doesn't count the other search engines either. So there's a lot of people looking for a lot of things online, and that's the reason why I have the SEO Tip Tuesday live Q&A. I am here as a resource for you to ask the questions that you have about getting your website onto Google page 1 and getting more visibility. And so I wanted to take any questions that you have about SEO, which is search engine optimization. Even if you are not sure if search engine optimization is good for your niche, no question is a stupid question. I'm here to make the business case for SEO. I'm here to answer your technical questions about SEO and just anything that you have on your mind as a business owner or as a prospective business owner, what you're interested in implementing to move your vision forward. And so, again, I see Erica, one of my compositional colleagues, is on. Thank you so much. We hold a joint copyright together on a couple of songs. And hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to people on the West Coast. And I'm just so happy and glad to be here today. While I'm waiting for questions to happen in the chat, while I'm waiting for questions to happen on the chat, I wanted to just put an announcement out there on July 18th. On July 18th, there is a virtual summit. This is kind of like an online conference, and I have a great program for you guys. I have experts in telemarketing, experts in video marketing. I have experts in viral growth marketing. I have experts in branding and your story. I have all kinds of experts going to be available for free for you to ask any question that you have. They have so graciously agreed to take a few minutes out of their very busy schedules to chat with you. Again, for those who are newly signing on, thank you so much. I see you're on. I wanted to reiterate that this is a live Q&A. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to put those in there and into the chat. One of the speakers that's going to be featured on my virtual marketing summit, which let me go ahead and put the link in here. It is the SEOqueen.net/virtual-summit. So well, I don't teach hacking. I don't teach hacking, Kofi. That's another that's a good question, but that's not my area of expertise. That's not my area of expertise. I actually just became a reseller for cyber security solutions. I do have an interest in hacking from the business point of view, meaning protecting data. There's going to be more information about the solutions that I have available coming soon over the next few months. But the speaker I wanted to talk about with my virtual summit, his name is Fraser Hay. Now, Fraser Hay is really instrumental in my life, and I joked with him for years. I said, you know, you're my secret weapon. I don't want to tell anybody about you because you're just too good. You're just too amazing. But I finally feel like I've gotten enough of a head start and I'm secure enough in my business professional life to share him with everyone. And Fraser is going to be talking about some aspect of digital marketing. Now, keep in mind, he's written 15 books. You can, and they're all bestsellers on Amazon. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing business mind and genius. And Fraser is just super duper amazing. And the fact that you guys will be able to talk to him for free and ask him any question you like for free on July 18th. Oh my goodness. This man knows his onions. He's just amazing. And then, hey, Chantel, so glad you can sign on. Hey, girl. So I wanted to also reiterate that this is a live Q&A, and I'm going to give you all my announcements until someone interrupts me with a question that is pertinent to the topic of digital marketing. And the first question I got was, or comment I received was from someone about they wanted to learn how to hack. And yes, so the question, what are we talking about during the summit? So the first workshop is, the first workshop I'm going to be doing for the summit is on search engine optimization. I'm particularly going to be talking about the who, what, when, where, how, and why of keywords. I'm going to be talking about that because I firmly believe, and I've touched hundreds, if not thousands of businesses over the years. And every single one I have touched, the reason why the company is not getting the visibility to their website that they want, it comes down to the keywords. It comes down to the keywords. It's a lack of understanding of their best target prospect, their best customer how they are looking for them. Now, the thing that makes this a challenge for businesses is that the way people talk about things change, even though the intent is the same. So keeping up with the shifting vernacular around a product or service can be definitely a challenge. I'm going to be introducing everyone and kicking off. That's the first workshop. The next workshop is from Joe Sanchez. Now, Joe Sanchez is one of my strategic partners, and he is the founder and CEO of Q Technologies, and he is an amazing, amazing mind. He and I had the chance to have lunch together and chat about this a couple of weeks ago, and share undergraduate stories. I went to MIT, he went to UC Santa Cruz, and he's just an amazing just marketing mind. And so he's going to be talking about viral growth marketing. Over the next few days, I haven't kicked off part of the marketing aspect for the summit, but it is coming. And I will be using one of his tools that he has a patent for, that he has developed, that has been used by none other than Neil Patel. You'll hear me talk about Neil Patel a lot because I admire his story and his business that he's been able to build over the years. He's been recognized by President Obama, and he has helped a lot of businesses, including myself, whenever we need help understanding new things. Things are always changing with Google. Some of the things that are technologies and tools that are available today weren't available yesterday, let alone 3 months ago, 6 months ago, even 2-3 years ago. So it's nice to have someone who spends a lot of time researching and staying on top of this, that provides it as a resource to other people. Neil Patel is his name. So Zoe Sanchez is going to be followed by Fraser Hay and Brian Parnell. I already have talked about Fraser Hay, but Brian Parnell is a telemarketing genius. Now, there's a lot of people who say cold calling is dead. But I would assert there is no need to cold call in the age of the internet. And Brian gets it. He gets it. He gets it. He's doing it. He counts some among his clients, some Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 1000 companies. He is amazing at what he does. And he has graciously agreed to take some time out of his very busy schedule and share with you some effective, tried and true, that still work now, telemarketing tactics that you can use for your business to leverage and grow it. Whether it's B2B or B2C, he has you covered. And then finally, the virtual summit will be wrapped up and tied up with a bow with none other than my sister, girlfriend. This is my mindset coach. She is so incredible. She has lived all over the world. She has lived in Asia and is an expert in Asian cultures. She's amazing, and she's a PhD. Dr. Dina Brown. She goes by the Millennial Whisperer. She's been featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, you name it. She's been featured as a expert on so many TV outlets, and she is going to knock it out of the park. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm going to be meeting with her tomorrow because we have some projects that we're working on that you will hear more about. I'm so excited about all the things that we're doing to bring more visibility to these brands, these experts that labor. You know their work. You've been touched by some of my existing clients and prospective clients' work, but my team is very excited about bringing more visibility to them. And so with that, I wanted to thank you, Chantel, for your question. Keep the questions going. I just answered the question, what is the agenda for the Marketing Summit? And I cannot iterate this enough. This Marketing Summit is free. Just go to that link. Let me make sure I posted the link here. I want to pin this so you guys see it. So you want to make sure, if you want your share of the 1.2 trillion searches that are happening on just Google alone, and just gain a better understanding of the marketing tactics that work and how to implement them well, effectively, from the content to the tools to just everything from the root to the toot. You do not want to miss. You do not want to miss the summit. You don't. Because these people are very successful. Fraser has clients in practically any developed or developing English-speaking country you can think of. And like I said before, Joe is his tool is amazing. It's doing great things. Neil Patel has used it. I'm going to use it. There's just so many amazing things. And I want to acknowledge Tassanim Baharmal. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It's one of my Indian students. I've been teaching people all over the world digital marketing, so it's such a joy to see people from different areas of my life come together on this Q&A, this live Q&A. So again, keep the questions coming. The virtual summit, you definitely want to save your seat. You want to register. Okay, so this is a good question. So what are the 3 biggest mistakes startups make regarding online marketing? First mistake, I would say, is not allocating any time, money, or other resources to their marketing. Marketing is not an afterthought. You can have the best product, the best service, but if nobody knows who you are, you're not going to get customers. And it's very important to understand that the sales process is the process, the buying process is a process, and that brings me into the second thing. The second mistakes that startups make is not really understanding how their target consumer likes to buy, and or how they, as a entrepreneur, business owner, wants to sell. So you have to marry both of them. You have to marry the both of them together, because it's critical, because there's so many products and services on the market, and with a click of a button, someone can research and find information about anything. And so most consumers are highly educated before you even get them on the phone or talk to them. So you really need to respect that, and really think about how you want people to buy the services that you're selling. Now, the third thing is not identifying enough marketing channels by which your message gets put out. So it's very, very critical for business owners to really understand that it takes 6 touches for the average person to even know that your brand exists. And then it takes more than that for them to get to know you. And then once they get to know you, they have to get to like you. And then your customer has to get to trust you. Now, the trust part is a tough one. And it is your homework as an entrepreneur to figure out how to bridge that gap and create that trust so that it converts into sales. So those are the 3 biggest mistakes: not allocating enough money to marketing, not using enough tactics in your marketing, and also not really understanding how to sell and how your target consumer buys, because you want to customize your strategies to their personas. So the next question Chantel has: what are the advantages of being a startup in relation to competing with larger, more seasoned competitors? Well, I think the biggest advantage to being a startup versus being a huge company is that you can implement change a lot faster as a smaller company than these larger companies that have layers upon layers of protocol before change is implemented. Many companies engage in strategic planning, and they have a process for everything that they roll out. And as a entrepreneur, a startup, you can actually move faster because you have less people to get on the same page. Depending on how small or how large your company is, implementing change may be as easy as you deciding one day you're going to go in another direction. Most companies have a set products and services and can't roll out new products and services that quickly. Another advantage is being able to roll those out to market a lot quicker. Some of the disadvantages is, as a smaller startup company, you don't have that goodwill, that name built up in the marketplace, and you also don't have, you may not have some of the financial resources that a bigger company has. So there's pros and there's cons to that. And I want to say hello to the story warrior, Mr. Gideon, for why he is on. Thank you so much, Mr. Story Warrior, Gideon. He is amazing. Gideon is, and he's great with getting your story for company. He has been traveling the world from Singapore to the East Coast to the West Coast. I think he spoke recently at Harvard. Definitely want to connect with him for your branding and story needs. Thank you. So another question, when should online sellers start planning for the holiday season? Okay, that's a great question. So the second half of the year is about to start, and July 1 is, I would say at the latest, is the time you should really implement planning. Start to make plans for your marketing in the holiday season. It takes about 3 to 6 months to get onto Google Page 1, depending on many factors. It could take longer, it could take slower, but July is the perfect time to be thinking about Christmas and Thanksgiving and all in Boxer Day and whatever other holidays are out there. I know that there's people from other countries besides the U.S. on this Q&A, so I want to be respectful of that. But you must understand that, planning for the holidays is always good to lay the foundation and start moving forward with your plans 6 to 12 months ahead of that holiday. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. The Fearless Coach. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for signing on. So good to see you. If you like what you are hearing, please give me those likes on Facebook. If you're watching this in the replay, please subscribe, like, give me some love here, leave a comment. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can also leave your question on the YouTube video. I will answer any and all questions regarding digital marketing. So going back to Chantel's question, when should online sellers start planning for the holiday season? I would say for those in the US, definitely July at the latest. For those other holidays, I would definitely say 6 to 12 months in advance. Thank you so much for that great question. So I wanted to encourage you who are listening to and watching this video to download my ebook. It's 101 Ways to Improve Your Sales and Marketing. It was my pleasure writing this book because I was able to compile many of the tactics that I use now and used in the past to build that agency from no money to $500,000 in revenue. So you definitely want to take a look at that book, download it. You can download it easy by going to www.theseoqueen.net. And again, I have cataloged the tactics that I have used to make people millions. I'm still working on my own personal million, but I wanted to share this with you guys. Please download that book. It is absolutely great. It is absolutely effective. And you want to download it and read it. I also wanted to share my personal background. It's in there as well as a little autobiographical. So I have a great question from Kofi Kelly, and he asked, can I leverage web development skills to learn SEO? And the answer to that is a yes, 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 yes. I I I'm gonna go around the hill and through the woods a little bit on this answer to this question, but my master's degree is in public policy, which is an interdisciplinary study of politics, economics, mathematics, communication, marketing, writing. It's interdisciplinary. And so I am a very interdisciplinary um, leaning person. I love mixing it up. And so that leads me to effective digital marketing is interdisciplinary. And excuse me, and being able to approach digital marketing from a web development background, which is also my background as well. My first job was a web applications development, which is a little bit different than web development, but it's in that same general area. So I would say absolutely yes, because in SEO you have to code HTML. You're using your design aspects of web development to craft user experience that converts. So, you definitely can take everything you've learned in web development and apply that to digital marketing and search engine optimization. Now, there's things like robots.txt, the HT access. There's things like redirects, other things that you have to take into account when you're developing or designing websites. That is definitely a vital consideration when you're crafting your search engine optimization strategy for existing websites or a new website. Does that answer your question, Kofi? And thank you so much for the likes, everyone. Thank you so much for the likes. And please, please, please share this video on your timeline, in the groups that you're in. Share this video. The more the merrier. And thank you so much for sharing this video. Thank you, Chantel, for sharing this video. If you can share this video, that'd be great. Yeah, so this is great. Oh, you are so welcome, Kofi. Thank you so much. So like I said before, this is a live Q&A. I call it SEO Tip Tuesday. You can hashtag me on any social network with that hashtag, SEO Tip Tuesday. If you have a question that comes up throughout the week and you want me to answer that question in upcoming Q&As, please let me know. Just hashtag and tag me. You can hashtag it Z, the SEO Queen. That's ZHETHESEOQUEEN. That's another hashtag that you can use as well. Here we have another question. What are some things we should consider or ask when we hire someone to provide digital marketing SEO services? Great, great, great. This is a great question. This is a great question. So, no. That's it's all good, Chantel. I'm here for you guys to ask me these questions. And thank you so much, Kofi. And I don't see who else shared the video, but thank you. I'm looking at the notifications here. I wanted to answer this question. What should you consider? I would have to say that it's very important for you to ask, what is your process for understanding my requirements? A red flag should go up if your prospective digital marketing company is not asking you questions. Because what you don't want to do is hire someone who doesn't respect your brand consideration and doesn't have a very good understanding of your business model and your branding. So SEO is to do it effectively, it's important to understand those two things: the branding, and your business model, and to understand your products and services. So if they're not asking questions, that's a red flag. The other thing you should look at is there's just so many things. You want to see, what if they're using black hat or white hat techniques. You definitely want to make sure that your SEO agency is using white hat techniques. And the other thing is you want to make sure that that what they're giving you is enough to move you where you need to go, because you don't want to pay for really, really cheap and expensive SEO services and then really not get the visibility or the progress that you are in need of and desiring. So you don't want to do that. So you really want to make sure that the dollar spent and the scope are in sync to your expectations. So I hope that answers your questions. Thank you so much for sharing this video. Please keep the questions coming. For those who may have hopped on here at the very beginning, I was playing Welcome, which is the first song on my CD release. It's called Finally. You can download it at ladyz.bandcamp.com if you enjoy the music there. If you're watching this in the replay and you wanted to know what that song was, it's called Welcome by me. And it's such a pleasure to be here and talking with you. And I hope that answers your question, Chantel. Did I answer your questions? I know you had a few. And I just wanted to make sure before I move on to the next thing that your question was answered adequately. So, okay, great. So glad to hear that I answered the questions well. Chantel, is it okay if I give you a shout out for your magazine? I am so excited for it. Oh, you're welcome. So Chantel Amsterdam is an entrepreneur who I admire greatly. She's a phenomenal makeup artist and mommy and wife and just amazing. And she has a new magazine that's going to be launched. And I am so happy to be contributing. So I am not going to say the domain name yet because the official launch is in July and I don't want to steal anybody's thunder. But please keep your eye out to all my social media channels and my feed and everything, because I'm definitely going to be telling everybody the magazine looks amazing. I've been watching this evolve and develop over the last 6-9 months, and it looks amazing. So, oh yes, thank you, Corey. Thank you so much, Corey. Corey has an amazing product. It's called UList Media. It's a listing service. You definitely want to look into that if you don't want to go through building your own website and you don't want to hire me to do it. You can go to Corey. He's amazing. ulistmedia.com. That's U, just the letter U, List Media. He's on. Thank you so much for coming on, Corey, and sharing. And, this is just, we're going into the second half of 2017. We're going into the third quarter of 2017. And now is the time to really position yourself to take your business idea or your existing business to the next level. And digital marketing is the way to do that. More and more newspapers, more and more television stations, movie studios, everybody is adjusting their dollar spend away from television to online, whether it's YouTube ads, video, Facebook ads, organic paid listings. And keep in mind, I am HubSpot and Google certified. So, and I also teach at an online school called Simply Learn. And I also have my own digital marketing academy that will be kicking off in August. So I just want to urge you as business owners, do not rely on just one tactic. because the way people buy is they want to get to know you. And if you have been in their face through email, through SEO, through social media, when they are ready to buy, they will know, they will think of you and come to you. I can testify that this is true because I have had leads that I have talked to over, 5 years ago. Over 5 years ago, come to me in 2017 and say, Z, I need your help. Get us on Google page 1. This is over 5 years ago. So these seeds that you plant today, you never know how long it's going to take for them to grow and when, in fact, they will grow. But you will not get a crop unless you grow and plant those seeds. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Chantel says that her knowledge has really grown since you started doing lives. Thank you so much for that, Chantel, because, I'm here as a resource. And, I was talking to the CEO and founder of the Foundation of Higher Profitability. I was talking with her on multiple occasions, and she said to me, Z, it's so important for you to communicate the value that you bring. No one will know if you don't share. No one will know. And, when she and I talk and I share with her, you know what, you are so right when you brought this to my attention. And so I'm so happy to share my knowledge and my value. I'm reading this book. Actually, let me see if I can grab it real quick. It's right here. It's called, can you guys see it? It's called Love is the Killer App, How to Win Business and Influence Friends. It's written by Tim Sanders, who used to be the Chief Solutions Officer at Yahoo. And this book is just confirmation. I've had this book for years. It's been sitting on my bookshelf, and I started reading it, and he said something to me that really, he said, here then is my definition of love business, or business love. The act of intelligently and sensibly sharing your intangibles with your business partners. This book has so many little nuggets. And I think this book is great. And it's just, just confirmation, Chantel, your comment about your knowledge growing. It's like we help each other when we share. And you never know what can happen out of sharing. A hand that is constantly closed is not available to receive. Amen. Amen. So thank you so much, Chantel, for that comment. So keep your questions going. My name is Z Scott, the SEO Queen. I'm also known as Lady Z, the violinist. And I wanted to invite you to continue to ask your questions. Ask your questions about digital marketing. I love digital marketing because there's always something new. Every business is different. Every business has its own unique value proposition and brand. And I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the smiles and the amens. Thank you so much. So we're at 15 minutes before the hour. And I want to thank you so much for signing on. And I wanted to encourage everyone, if you haven't already, download my ebook, 101 Ways to Improve Your Marketing and Sales. You can do that easily by going to www.theseoqueen.net. And I also wanted to encourage you to please register for my first virtual marketing summit. It is going to be off the chain. I am so excited because these professionals, these men and women, are so dynamic, and I can personally attest to their expertise because it has carried me through multiple business situations. I'm especially happy to share with you Fraser Hay. Fraser Hay has written 15 books and counting. about business strategy, strategic marketing, business planning, resilience. He wrote a book on resilience. And yes. His story, Fraser's story. His story is so inspiring. I mean, Fraser is just, I would urge you guys, find him on Facebook and follow him. Follow him on LinkedIn. Go on Amazon, download all of his books. I personally have every single one of his books in my personal library. Yes, I do. Okay, so Kofi just asked a question. I love this question. What should I tell someone that wants to know how to get their domain name at the top of Google search? That is a great question. My first answer is tell them to hire the SEO queen and she will get it done. That's my first answer. My second answer is you want to make sure you're using keywords at a minimum, at a bare minimum. You want to make sure that you're using your best keywords in your website copy. Number two, you want to make sure that your website is indexing properly by configuring your Google Analytics and your Google Webmaster Tools. You want to make sure that your website is verified with those two services, which are free from Google. And three, you want to make sure you're putting out plenty of value via your social media channels. You cannot, as a business, afford not to be present on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn. You have to be there because that's where the people are. That's where your customers are. So I think that's three. I could go. I've written a book about it, and that book is going to come out this year. I'm just editing. I'm taking my time. I want to make sure it's as best as it can be, as good as it can be for you guys, because I am somewhat of a perfectionist. I'm learning how to bring balance to that perfectionism. But this book has been written, and I keep on adding, tweaking, but it's coming soon. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, but that's what you should tell them. I hope that answers your question, Kofi. Thank you for the likes. Keep the likes coming. Please share this video with on your Facebook pages, on your personal pages. I am definitely enjoying chatting with you here today. Yes, I am. Please share this. Thank you so much. And so I talked about my summit, talked about the ebook. You can connect with me on social networks such as Instagram at either Lady Z or Z the SEO Queen. You can connect with me on Twitter at either Lady Z or Z the SEO Queen. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Z Laurentis Scott, Z Scott. You can connect with me online. And I'm so excited. I'm going to be launching my website on July 1st. July 1st, the SEOqueen.net is going to be fully open. I've been working very hard on the content there. And I actually have free website audits that you can run on your website there. I'm going to have some other tools available there. Some SEO audits are on there that are free. And then I also have my online marketing support group, which is only $100 per month. And it is an opportunity for you to join my Facebook group where if you get stuck with any of your digital marketing initiatives, I can help you with that. It's basically helping you implement Google Analytics, Google Webmaster Tools. You also, for joining my digital marketing support group, my online marketing support group, you also get crib sheet on how to configure your videos to get more and more traffic. I call it a YouTube optimization cheat sheet. And let me share that link in the chat with you guys for the online marketing support. I think those individuals who have joined the online marketing support group have been able to get a lot of their keywords nailed down and just a lot of things to help them as they're implementing their own SEO. This is not a done for you service, but it's a support for those who are doing it themselves. And it's great for you if you're on a shoestring budget. And so I just wanted to share that link there. And yeah, if you go to that link, online marketing strategies, all the benefits and everything, you can purchase it online. And once you purchase, I'll be adding you to that Facebook group. It's so cool. You can tag me and connect with me personally in that group, and get coached with your marketing as a business owner. So cool. So yeah, so wow, we're winding down to the end, and if there aren't any other questions, I just want to say thank you so much. Happy Tuesday, and until next week.